The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9?
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And now the rookie's free. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Hey, 73, 73.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
The Eagles at 6-1 now through 7 weeks of the season. And they coming off their very first loss of the season, suffered a week ago.
So now we can all take that chasing the 1972 Dolphins, take it and throw it right out the window, right? But let's face it, not many teams talk about that or even have interest in it. All they want to do right now is bounce back after that loss.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Hurts.
Flushed out right. Able to find the open man. That's complete. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. Could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
Now a toss here, short side. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though.
And Hurts going to move him around.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Jake Elliott on for the field goal. A 50-yard attempt.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Well, they're sending out an early memo that points are not going to be easy to come by in this one. A block here in the opening quarter, and what a block it was.
I love how you talked about sending out a memo. I know of one special teams coach who leaves a note in the lockers of guys he wants on his special teams. A direct invitation to them. He wants them to have the pride in what they're doing. This group showed it right there. A big effect on this game.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. You look at this Eagle defense.
And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently second best in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Now Jones.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Throwing Jones. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Another try after the first down sack. Jones had his hands on it but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
Partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Look at him go inside the 30. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Eagles.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now the touchback's coming out to the 25 instead of the 20. When guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
Here comes Darius Slayton from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And that's one where if you get your hands on it, you You should expect to make the play. That could have gone for big yardage, but he just couldn't get it to stick to those big mitts.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. Jones. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How to get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that tough roll being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass.
Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back.
And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Go. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season? Can you carry it the whole way? That does wear down a group, and sometimes that loss, get us off your back, you can move forward from there.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Slayton going to take it from the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop.
Oh, looking for water, but this is intercepted.
And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Great, set.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
After one, a 14-3 ball game. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it 2nd and 7. The carry here for the big tight end. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield.
A loss of 1 brings up 3rd and 8.
Hey, Silver.
Here's Hurts to throw.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete.
And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead. And part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Eagles touchdown. A great effort there with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
And as a defensive coordinator, you're almost in a no-win situation down here near the goal line. You know how dangerous Jalen Hurts is when he holds on to it. You've got to be prepared to stay with him. So when he hands it off, if you're slow in reacting, this is going to be the result.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Slayton going to take it from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
2nd and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Quick right, quick right, quick right. Right.
Looking to throw. Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Jones on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. He had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3-and-out.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
Rodgers on the return. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And, Charles, what a battle this is within the division, because these guys, they've got the lead, but not by much. On the other side of the field, they're knocking on the door and trying to equal them in the wins category.
And I love that second part that you talked about, equaling them in the wins category, because if somehow you get down to the end of the year and they're tied in record, head-to-head's always the first tiebreaker. So the winner of this game, they'll have a big advantage.
2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter.
Alpha. Yeti.
Throwing is Hurts.
He sets to fire deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Quality coverage that time to slow down what's been the main source of offense against them thus far. Got to find a way to slow down that ball in the air.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down. Needed the 40, but he's a yard or 2 shy.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell. On the tackle, it was Dane Belton.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd and 5.
They'll look to throw here.
This throw nearly intercepted. Oh, the big D lineman almost had it. But 3rd down coming up.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
They'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
The kick by Elliott is good, and the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's 24-3. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier, and this time there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
Slayton going to take it from the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Now 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 26-yard line.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Now Jones from the gun on 3rd down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
And here's Rodgers on the return. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. And they'll go with a ground attack here.
And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Miami. Tiger Hornet. Hey, let's go.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
Going up top. And going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, the first two drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards.
This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. Wow, I mean, it's so rare to even see one attempted from that distance, CD, let alone converted, but he came through with confidence and matches what was Tom Dempsey's 43-year NFL record at one point of 63 yards.
Yeah, I can still see that highlight of Dempsey making that kick, and nowadays we see it a little bit differently because, remember, Dempsey was a straight-on kicker. But these guys nowadays, the range keeps increasing, and they keep putting it through the posts.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship.
And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at the 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's first and 10.
They'll start by running the option to the right. He pitches it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Eagles continue to pull away here in this first half.
Elliott good with a PAT. And a run is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Slayton going to take it from the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount.
And they get Jones for the third time in this ball game.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
I cannot imagine a more perfect half of football for one side, CD, and a more disastrous half of football for another side. But if you focus on the positive half, with this pick-6, you look at where that lead is at, and to think that we are only in the second quarter, my goodness.
I love the expression, my goodness indeed. Pretty obvious. It's a free fall out there. Everybody gets a chance to make a play. And if you're on the field, you've got a great chance of being the next guy that your teammates are celebrating.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Slayton going to take it from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here we go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. Slayton going to take it from the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster in the first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely, but you just have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the third quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback, because right now, you just know those pass rushers are fired up to get after him.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
They've done a pretty good job containing him up until this drive, and until that run, there was no containing him at all.
Yeah, you're right about that. He finally popped free. But we didn't have to be in their practice sessions. We didn't have to be in their meeting rooms. They planned for a run like that to happen, maybe a couple of them. But what did they tell their guys all week? You know what they said. Move on to the next play. That one just happened. Let it go.
And now they're in the hurry up.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Apple, 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 apple. Detroit, Detroit.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Eagles force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Hey, 73, 73. 73, 73. Crowd up, Yeti.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
They go play action with Hurts.
And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Go, Cutter, go. Don Capers, Don Capers, Don Capers, Don. Up we go.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the former Giant, James Bradbury. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 27-yard line.
Now Hurts looking to change the play.
Hey! Man!
Looking to throw on second down. Hurts. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Hey! Go Silver, ready? Crowd left Yanni! Crowd left Yanni!
They'll set up to throw.
Quick slant here to Smith.
Touchdown, Eagles!
Devontae Smith.
27 yards.
And the Eagles have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Slayton going to take it from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
But hold everything because Darren Waller, the tight end, appears to be injured on that play.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an out.
Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. So they get one score back, but still a long ways to go here in this third quarter. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return.
Now they can't bring him down.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And they'll send the slot in motion left. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 50 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
And the offense moving quickly to the line.
50-yard line.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Options galore here. Second and a few inches.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Second and a yard.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal.
On the option left, it's Hurts.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Jalen Hurts
Keeping it himself from 8 yards out.
And the Eagles look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, just about everything they've run has been successful in this one. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm done with this, right? I have no answers for anything. In fact, I'll probably send a note to the clock operator. Let it run.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Slayton going to take it from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled it to 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Jones now on 1st and 10, escaping the pressure right.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Now a 2nd and 10.
Detroit Johnson.
To throw again, Jones. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him. After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants.
In motion left, Robinson. Here's Jones, throwing on 3rd and long. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
We always think about picking up the first down, but in this case, they were thinking about something bigger. They were thinking about the home run shot and took it downfield. Unable to connect, but admire the effort.
Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They're going to run this with a tight end. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit, both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Touchdown, Philadelphia! A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Eagles add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th.
Well, Charles, they had the comfortable lead, and now it's even more comfortable. Another score here in the fourth quarter to grow that lead.
But I think your initial reaction is surprise when you see a team piling it on this late in the blowout. But there are plenty of coaches who also think that if you pull up completely and stop trying to play the game, it shows disrespect to their opponent. So they don't want to embarrass them. They continue to let their players go for it.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Slayton going to take it from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Jones throwing to start the drive. And now here is another interception. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Elliott good with a PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away.
And no run back here for Slayton, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
North-south, cockroach.
Now Jones on 3rd and 2.
That is caught. He's going to have the first down and then some. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown.
Darius Slayton with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Giants get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
The point after is good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but They've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10. They give it off here to the tight end. Yeah, that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately,
that's caught inside the 20. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about here, but it may be cliche, but give them credit for this. They've continued to fight and scratch and claw, and they get the touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And I'm okay with that cliche, all right? Maybe it'll alleviate the sting a little bit because at least they can look in the mirror and realize they fought all the way through. Horrible game for them, not one they'll want to remember, but at least they'll keep their heads up and have some pride when they leave this stadium.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go, set.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be... And now off to the races, down the right side. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in them. In one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Slayton going to take it from the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out.
And the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Eagles. And to the 43, So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line, that's where they'll take over.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Deonte Banks there on the stop. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Hey, thumbs up, alert. That's right, that's right.
Oh, they go with a tight end carry.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
In their film session.
down.